Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball. The Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball.
So guys, we know playing in the NBA was something the Ball brothers talked about since they were kids. How much did you guys talk about playing against each other in the league?
I think we always talk about playing on the same team, honestly. So we've always played together. This is kind of the first time that we got matched up on opposite sides. But I know it's going to be a lot of fun. We had a lot of battles in the backyard.
LaMelo, how would you describe what those battles were like for you growing up?
Very competitive, and I mean, we was running 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, 2-on-2s, pretty much everything. Like a lot of our growing up happened in the backyard, so definitely a lot of memories and stuff.
I'll give you $20 to jump in the pool.
Okay, $20.
Hey, you mic'd up. You better take the mic off. I said 20.
20 out to jump.
No.
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 Hey. Woo.
The last time that we saw you guys go one-on-one on ESPN was in your backyard, and there may or may not have been a crossover and then a drop to the concrete. Do you guys remember this?
I remember it being staged.
I'm done. Watch out. I'm done.
You remember this?
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
That's great acting, huh? Great acting.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a lot of shared experiences growing up, but your path to the NBA couldn't have been more different. Lonzo, even though you took a traditional route, you had to go through the fire first, dealing with the media frenzy around you as the oldest. But LaMelo, you've had to deal with the spotlight starting at a younger age and then took the road less traveled. Lonzo, who do you think had a more challenging path into the NBA?
I think Melo's, just because I don't know if anybody's really been that type of way. And plus social media was a little different than, when he was coming up versus me. A lot more people watching, on phones and on computers and stuff. So, you don't really have to take your traditional route. The people who are gonna find you, they can see you from anywhere in the world now, the way the world is. And if you have the talent, I think, you're gonna get put out there eventually. So I think the way he got to the league was obviously, unconventional, and because of that, I think his was a little bit harder journey than mine was.
Yeah, LaMelo, your path was unlike any other player in NBA history. I mean, Lithuania at 16, then joining your dad's league, the JBA, then back to high school in Ohio, and then finally going to Australia. How would you describe what those years were like for you?
Some years was like, I feel like every year or every time I went somewhere, I just learned and pick up on stuff. Pretty much it. I feel like my route is just one of one. It described me. So, yeah.
Lonzo, what's the biggest piece of advice that you've given LaMelo about what life's like in the NBA?
Just stay true to himself and true to his game. The NBA, as you know, is a long season, full of ups and downs. I don't think you can get too high or too low. You just got to stay in the gym, keep working on your game, and go from there. And I tell him that all the time.
Well, Lonzo, it's apparent that things have changed for you since coming from LA to New Orleans. Describe the work you've been putting in up until this point.
Just like you said, it's just consistent work, day in, day out. It takes a lot, especially to change, a jump shot you've been shooting for a long time, and try to, like I did last year, change it during the season, literally like a week before. So just continue to get the reps in, just repetition, muscle memory, and, this year just getting the rhythm and then staying in the pocket.
LaMelo, have you noticed the difference?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been winning my whole life. I done seen it go left side to right side to the middle. I've seen it all. Yeah.
Well, when you were younger, we know that Lonzo has said many times that LeBron is who he looked up to. Who did you look up to as a player growing up?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really watch too much basketball growing up, so just looking at my brothers and my pops for real.
How much have you talked about, current events that have been happening in our country, the civil unrest that reached a boiling point this summer, and then, of course, what happened in the Capitol, LaMelo?
It's definitely crazy. I mean, as you can see, you can obviously see we live in two different worlds, and people are gonna keep speaking out. Obviously, we want change, but it's really gonna take a lot. And I feel like we all know that.
Yeah, I think it's a long process. We've been fighting for a very long time, obviously. The battle's still not won yet, but all we can do at the moment is just keep spreading light to it, and hope people come around one day.
All right, before I let you guys go, I do want to run through a couple quick questions. Who's the better passer?
Me.
Okay, let me ask it a different way. Who has the better vision?
Me.
I have a feeling I know how this one's gonna go. Okay, who has the better shooting form?
I do now. He used to, but mine's better now.
I used to shoot that thing behind my neck. So I thought it changed, actually. So I would say the same one. Vice versa.
Which one of you is your parents' favorite?
Him. Melo.
Right.
LaMelo knew that. It's the baby. We understand. LaMelo, let me ask you this. How would you describe your brother's game in 5 words or less?
5 words or less. Like 5 adjectives.
However you want to put it. 5 adjectives, 5 words, or just explain his game.
Great passer, leader, gets team involved, and he knows how to win.
Lonzo, how would you describe your brother's game? I don't have to put a limit on it.
Flashy, confident, streaky, free, and fun.
So, facing off against your brother, what's that going to